Don't ever call me again. Just sell it. I don't want no excuses. Sell it. Sell, sell, sell. Don't call me back with another excuse. You want to talk to Roger? Hold on. Hi, it's Roger. Can I help you? Hi, Roger. How you doing? Yeah, I'm a bit under the weather here. I saw some facts that don't add up. I'm seeing that Ezekiel Elliott situation was not clear-cut as we thought. What do you mean it wasn't clear-cut? The bitch was lying. So now here's the problem they got here. Ezekiel Elliott situation is than what people thought, because it's a two-edged sword, and this is why I said his sentence will be reduced to probably 4 games, and they'll be like, well, this is not because of what you did with her, but the other incidents you've done. But they based it on the merit of what he did with this girl is the reason why he got the 6 games. And the problem that I have with it, that I found out, was the person that was assigned this female lady that they got is I forgot her name. I think it's Janet something. But anyway, she's the one that's been put in charge to handle these domestic cases ever since the Ray Rice incident. She does not even interview the woman, or in her report, she figured that it was inaccurate. So I don't know if she did it or her team did it, but whoever interviewed the girl, Roger Goodell never has done. He never interviewed Ezekiel Elliott. He never interviewed anybody, but yet he was the one to put the hammer down for the punishment. Now, when you look at the facts of the case, neither state, Miami or Columbus, wherever they were, decided not to file. 2 different police departments decided that this woman was inaccurate in her evidence or whatever. What she's saying, she was not a credible witness. This lady has text messages to other people trying to get them to lie for her against Ezekiel Elliott. That's automatically criminalizing right there. That's damaging any case you try to play. Then she actually leans on him and says, it tells him in a text message, you're a black athlete, I'm a white woman. They're not going to believe you. Who do you think they're going to believe? Right there, that's telling you right there what her intentions is, right there in that text message. Now, if he hit her or not, that's not even going. They can't even determine that because she's not a credible witness. If you're not credible, they can't believe you. Who's to say you didn't do it to yourself? You come off as somebody that's trying to get money. And they've interviewed her, and she's a dancer at this bar. You know, it's a whole bad scenario mix. And the people that sat and met with her, the police officers, believe me, if 2 police officers from Miami and 1 in Columbus, a white girl with a black athlete saying they got beat up, you think that police department don't want to press charges against a black athlete? Oh, they wanted to press charges. Oh, they wanted to press charges. But now you have went and basically badgered this player's name by suspending him and putting this on him. Yet again, since the Ray Rice incident, the Tom Brady incident, he just keeps dropping the ball. So now it becomes a situation. Should Roger Goodell be fired? The man makes $33 million a year. And he does not do anything. $33 million a year is what Roger Goodell gets paid. Now the question is being proposed to you guys. Should Roger Goodell be fired? That's why we're here. We're trying to find that out. Should Roger be fired? He don't run a ball. He don't do nothing, but he gets $33 million. I think that's a travesty. What you think, fellas? Think it's a travesty? I know. The Ray Rice situation put him in hot water. The Tom Brady situation put him in hot water. There's been a lot of incidents with Roger Goodell where he's screwing up. The owners love him because of Article 46. They signed for him to have all this power because he's going to help them make more money and they're going to help screw over the players. But the players agreed to this. Nothing wrong with my hairline, bro. It was only one owner that didn't really go along with it. Well, one owner did, but one team that was fighting him was the Pittsburgh Steelers. But the owners, all 32 owners, decided that this is the route they wanted to go. Well, you can come back, Hectic. That's right. Oh, thank you. You know I always stay fly. What they're going to do is try to make it a non-issue. But if you do that, then you got Bennett out here who's doing it for attention. What's up, Heck? If more players sit, Article 46 gonna say stand up and sing it. See, the players, what they did was the players gave them this power. You know why? Because they got less practices, they got less OTAs, they got less everything. That's another reason Goodell gonna get fired. The Josh Brown situation. Josh Brown beat his wife so bad during the Pro Bowl weekend, she ran to the NFL. Not the cops. She ran to the NFL. They put her in a separate hotel, her and the kids, and swept it all under the rug. And then they asked him about it, and he confessed to beating his wife about 20 different times. And they were like, all right, man, just don't do it no more. While he's still going upside her head. Another case for Roger Goodell to be fired. They had the Ray Rice tapes the whole time. Then try to act like, oh, we couldn't get them. How you gonna get it? You the NFL, you had the top-notch security of the world. But you can't get a videotape from a hotel? Some local guy? Nobody bought that. You sent the tape. You just wanted to get rid of it. Once it surfaced, then they had to deal with it, and then they want to try to punish the man all over again. And let this be known to any that's out there. That's called double jeopardy. They can't charge you for the same thing twice. If they already penalized you for something, they can't go back and penalize you again unless they're your parents. My parents was good for that. So they already suspended Ray Rice for like a couple games. And that was his penalty. Then when the tape came out, they suspended him indefinitely. They can't do that because they knew about the tape. Everything he said happened on the tape is what happened. They say you can't sue him twice. Corona time. So they went to court, and did you see the NFL report anything about this case in court when Ray won? Ray didn't initially lie. Ray said he hit her one time. He hit her one time. No one sees the video. The video is longer than that. The NFL has the video. You see her. If you watch the long video, they have video before they even get on the elevator. Nobody focuses on that. She's before they even get on the elevator. She's drunk and trying to hit all on him before they even get on the elevator. He trying to pull her into the elevator and all this stuff. She's fighting him and hitting on him. But they don't show you that no more. You saw that probably one time. And this is why I say people shouldn't hit people anyway. Because she could have diffused the situation because he wasn't trying to be violent towards her. She was violent towards him. And caused the situation to happen. She escalated it, rather. So, of course, I wanted to find out from the people what's going on. Yeah, well, that's Stephen A. Smith's fault. What happened to Stephen A. Smith is Stephen A. Smith's fault. I'll call you back. Stephen A. Smith's fault is Stephen A. Smith's fault. Now, let me tell you what Stephen A. Smith himself. There's a rule that they have that absolutely, there under no circumstances is another correspondent of ESPN supposed to talk bad about another correspondent that they work with. If they have a problem, they deal with it in the grievances. Metro. Metro PCS. I don't know why Metro PCS don't get Future to do something for them. The thing about what Stephen A. Smith said was the absolute truth. He spoke the truth about Ray Rice, and he was punished for speaking the truth. They twisted his words to mean something else, and she came out and spoke about Stephen A. Smith comments, something Michelle Beadle wasn't supposed to do. But they gave her a leeway because she was like, I was speaking because I'm a victim of domestic abuse. And nobody likes to play the victim more than, So, not to take anything away, I wasn't there, I don't see it. But how many times, if there's a case about domestic violence on my show that I like, Undisputed, do they turn to Joey Bryant as if she's the spokesperson for anything domestic violence? Is that all she brings to the show? Is that she gonna talk about domestic violence all the time? Well, it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It just means that Ezekiel Ellick's people are badgering this woman. It doesn't mean he didn't beat her and this and that. I'm like, well, it means that she's been lying to people to try to... If you've been violently assaulted and it's the truth, you don't need somebody to come there and lie for you. You don't even talk like that. You don't sit there talking about who they gonna believe, me or you. You don't do that. That's not what people who are victims do. It's a behavioral thing. And she should know that. That's why nobody believed that it happened, because of her ways and actions. And Joy should have brought that to the table, but they love to turn to Joy as anytime somebody gets hit, like, oh, the player is accused of domestic violence. Well, Joy, you got beat up. What happened, Joy? Tell us what we think we should happen, Joy. Well, I was beat really badly, and I kept sticking in there. People told me to leave, but I kept sticking with it. I'm like, if I hear her talk about this domestic violence story again, every time there's something with domestic violence, I'm going to go on her Twitter. After I finish this, I'm going on her Twitter. What's up, Marcus? This dude said already reported. What's already reported? That he's been fired? We're talking about, should Roger Goodell go? I prefer bottle too, but you got to do what you got to do when they don't have the bottle. I ain't finna buy no 6-pack. I'm not finna get slapped. There's no such thing as an African American. You're wrong. The thing is about what you want to call yourself. If you're African and you living in America, you might say, I'm an African American. People who are born here, who parents are both from Mexico, they've probably never been to Mexico a day in their life, and they'll say, I'm a Mexican American, or I'm Mexican, period. You know, the other Mexicans will just be like, you just a Chicano. That's just how it is. But it's what you reply to. Sometimes people worry about the wrong things, man. I'm not black, man. I'm not an African American, man. I'm this. I'm that. This is what I am, and this is your label you giving to me. I'll be like, hey, whatever fits your boat. You know, I care about the way I'm being treated more than anything else. The way you being treated, the rights that you have, everything, violation. I want to be, I don't like the label thing. You know, people focus on some of the dumb things and get into fights on things they can't change. I'm like, dude, you running your head into a wall. Just like with the Colin Kaepernick thing we was talking about yesterday. Nobody's listening to Colin Kaepernick. Nobody's listening to him. Not even the people that's supposed to be fighting for him. All y'all not y'all, the most of you, but the majority. Y'all don't even listen to him. Y'all fighting a whole different fight that he ain't even fighting. I went through all the garbage and said, let me hear what Colin said. Let me hear what Colin Kaepernick said. Colin Kaepernick said, I wanted to bring attention to the police brutality against unarmed black men and women. I wanted to bring attention to that. That's why I sat during the national anthem, because right now, that anthem and flag and everything that's there, it's not representing us. Right now, with all of these things going on and it's not being addressed. We're not a part of that. So he was not protesting the flag. He was not protesting the national anthem. He was saying America, period, is not accepting that our lives matter. So I'm bringing the attention to that. These are his words of what he was saying. You let people hit you with misdirection, as I told you. When people get you off track, that's what they do. Let me show you and explain it to you in a different light. Okay? It's a car dealership. You going in to buy a car. And they say, oh, okay. You go in there and talk about buying a car. Like, I want to buy a car. And they go, you want to buy a car? Why? You got something against limos and trucks? Yeah, see, that's what this is really about. I think he has a problem with trucks. Do you realize trucks is the foundation, backbone of this nation? Man, what you mean, trucks? Ain't nobody got nothing against no truck. But you know what? Truck was made by a racist white guy. He made a truck. And I don't even care about a limo. How you gonna turn in a limo? What did you get away from? You got away from going to buy a car. They got you talking about what they're talking about. What they want you to talk about. So meanwhile, you're not talking about police violence against unarmed blacks. Who win? Who's the coon? Exactly. That's the spin. And you guys all fell for it. Because all in the comment section, what do you hear? The flag said this. The national anthem said this. The flag is this. The national anthem. He's not talking about any of these things, but yet you are. They got you. Got you in the trick bag. And they play you on your ignorance. I try to help you by explaining it to you, and then you attack me. Shoot the messenger. No, see, I only do things to help people. I don't do things for show. I told you guys that before. You guys, like mostly African Americans, you guys don't want to lead. You want somebody else to tell you what to do, and you're going to just jump on board. You ain't even find out what the information about. I didn't hear Colin Cowherd's thoughts about Colin. What did he say? What did Colin say about Colin? He didn't like him having the same name as him or something? It has nothing to do with military. That's all distraction. None of this has anything to do with the military. It's clear, cut, simple, and plain. Period. He is wearing a company uniform, which is that jersey that says San Francisco 49ers. He was doing that. So that means that's the property of the NFL and the San Francisco 49ers. You are on the job. They're paying you to be there. And you disrespect the national anthem on their time. Who looks bad? The NFL, San Francisco 49ers, and Colin Kaepernick. That might not have been your intention. But they say, well, what's the right way to do it? If he can't do it that way, what's the right way? The right way to do it is on your own time. Like LeBron James just did. Didn't LeBron go on Twitter and put a comment down? Did he do it in the NBA game? Did he did it on TNT? Did he use the platform of the NBA and then put everybody else in that box without even conferring with them? No, he did not. He did it on his own terms. You can't do that if someone's paying you to be somewhere. If I pay somebody to be my man, the NBA, exactly, with the I Can't Breathe shirts. That had to get approved by the NBA, but still, they went and did it without consorting with anybody. But what the NBA is good at is they have people on there with multi-ethnic groups. The NFL is not diverse. They're not diverse. The NFL is not that diverse. It's slowly trying to get there, but it's at a crawling pace. You can, LTK Music, you can stand for, let me tell you what he said. He said, on your own time is cool and all, but sometimes standing for what's morally right is more important than what's corporately correct. Doesn't matter. You can stand up for what's morally right. On your own time don't mean that it ain't morally right. You just can't put somebody else, you can't do that to your employer and expect your employer to be cool with that. Why would the NFL be cool with that? He was not protesting the NFL. And even if he was, then you can't be there. They're going to pay you to protest them? That don't work. You go to any company that's protesting right now. Right now, auto workers are protesting Chevrolet and other companies. Are they on Chevrolet property? No, they're on the sidewalk with their picket signs. They're not on the job with their picket signs. They're outside with their picket signs. because that's how protests work, on your own time, off their property. You're not supposed to be on there. John Hollis, if you can't understand, you probably be too young or too dumb. I don't know which one, but if you think this information is cooning, I don't know what you're talking about. No, it's not corporate. It's called righteousness. It's anything. It's not corporate. It's the way it works. You think you can go to your job? You guys probably don't have jobs. That's why. Because if you owned your own business, you would understand. Well, if you got a job, then you would understand exactly what I'm talking about. Because if you own a company and you give an employee that comes through the door your company shirt, and then he goes somewhere and do a speech during your time while you paying him, and he go out there and start talking about killing animals, and he got your company logo on with the shirt you paying him for, you ain't paying him to do that speech, but he want to express himself. I want to express myself about killing animals. I think people don't, they misunderstand that we doing it for food and I'm making a protest. Well, not with my company shirt on. Because now they think my company's a part of that. That's your own independent thought. See, you don't know. People don't never understand things until it happens to them. I have no problem with he protesting it and making a stand and bringing attention to it. Do you think he would have still got attention if he held a press conference? He could have held a press conference right outside of the stadium and said, this is what I want to do. I'm doing it for these reasons and such and such and such and such. Now you on your own time. You're not involved in the NFL because your grievance wasn't with them. But the NFL made a big mistake. Roger Goodell should have been the commissioner he was and took care of this situation. But he didn't. He made it worse by letting the other owners get together and say, how dare you? And what it did was drag out all the racist, prejudiced, and bigoted NFL owners. And they brought it all to the forefront for the whole world to see. They exposed themselves, their own bigotry, their own pride. They could not sit there and let Colin Kaepernick, who did nothing wrong, did not violate anything except for just protesting on company's property. But just by doing that, they wanted to make an example of him. When they could have just put him on any other team, didn't matter, let him get on the team, whatever. Ignore the situation. It would have been smothered. It never would have been this problem. Now you're going to create a domino effect to where it's going to be bigger, to where people are going to start coming together. So he's actually created more and more and more of a situational problem. And that's what the NFL gets, because it's too racist. It's too bigoted. It's too prejudiced. Jacob, what are you confused about? Why do you think Ray Lewis kisses up to the Baltimore Ravens? Because he did. No, Ray didn't do it. Ray was with the people that did it. and he didn't want to tell, but he's like, man, I can't go to jail. So they got him off. They got everybody off. So he's indebted to them for life. That's why he be hugging them. See, what Colin got to do is do what you got to do, Colin, to get on that field. It's like, huh? Ray, just go have a seat in that chair over there, man. Just don't talk no more. Don't talk no more. Now that's cooning. What Ray did was flat out cooning. That was coonery at its finest. Anytime somebody say anything negative that the Ravens did or anything about that, he got to come to the, but wait, let's not put that man in that box. No, don't throw that on him. No, all the owners got to get together and have a talk. It's like, man, get out of here with that nonsense. My man said he was confused and never came back. I've been waiting for him to explain his confusion. Jacob Hendricks, come on down. Corona in the can. Well, Felix, he probably couldn't follow what was... I laid it out perfectly, but a lot of people can't follow that much information. Beck's, that's like old school stuff. I used to drink Beck's, and I think the company, they kind of fell off. You'll see why shortly. I don't know. I'll be surprised too. I'm gonna get the Wi-Fi thing set up here in a minute. Need no cords.
Thank you for calling Resort Services. All Thank you for calling this Resort Company. How much is the status?
Yes, I want Wi-Fi in my room.
Let me transfer you to the front desk. One moment, please.
Thank you.
Self game day fare. Yardbird Southern Table and
These are luxury phones.
Classic Southern cooking, featuring farm fresh ingredients and a generous helping of Southern hospitality. Serving weekday lunch, a delicious nightly supper, and weekend brunch. Master Chef Wolfgang.
They need... No, the union is terrible. They have a union, but the union don't work.
A contemporary twist on the classic steakhouse menu with its signature main dishes and delectable sides. Take some time out for yourself.
This is not just a cordless. You don't understand what I'm saying. Do you see the antenna anywhere on this phone?
Thank you for calling the front desk. All specialists are assisting other guests. Please remain on the line, and the next available specialist will be with you momentarily. Las Vegas hotel room. Each suite features an Italian marble bath and sunken living room. Just steps outside these incomparable suites wait the world's most sought-after chefs, entertainers.
I don't like this wait. Now, I'm supposed to be taking a nap. Y'all keeping me up.
Indulge in phenomenal dining experiences created by the celebrity chefs of the Venetian and the Palazzo. Thomas Keller's Bouchon.
Yeah, I'm in a Super 8, you know, so I got a call for that stuff. This is my fault. I didn't set this up when I got here. All of this happened at the spirit of the moment. You'll see all of it later. We got this all on video. Trust me. All of this went down in the snap of a finger.
Italian and American cooking with Mario. All representatives are still assisting other guests.
I'll do it later, man. I ain't got time to be waiting on the phone. Now, we just gonna tough it out with my Wi-Fi. I'm not just at a hotel, brother. Hood motel. You think I'll be dressed like this in a hood motel? Do y'all not know who I am? Where I'm at where I'm at. A race war is brewing? Absolutely not. It's how it can't be a race war. It's just stupid people doing stupid stuff, stirring the pot of the tension of race for money. It's not gonna be any race war because people want money. They want money from blacks. They want to make money off blacks just as much as they want to make money off Mexicans. So why would they want to kill them all? They want to make money in the process of your elimination. They want you to just work for them forever. Modern day slavery, baby. Will there be a World War III? North Korea, if they keep messing around. You think they would have something like this? Something like this where I'm at? And some Super 8? Are you kidding me? See, I told you the video is coming later. Don't worry, you will be brought in to what's going on here. As to where I'm at, what I'm doing. You see, I'm not just in some Super 8. This is what the bathroom like. You think they got a bathroom like this in a Super 8 with see-through glass and gold showers and gold tubs in a Super 8? Shame on you. You should know how I roll by now. Y'all know how I roll. Nah, they never been nowhere nice. All the white women, they downstairs. But I'm going to show you everything. You're going to see the whole thing. There's a video about all of this. This all happened like this. He said he's at the Trump. Trump, I'm at the Trump. Hey, look what I found. A Reese's Pieces cup. Oh, it ain't got all day. Oh, I need to fix this. What is going on here? I've been a man. Cino sold out. I took the money, huh? He took the money. Woo. Ah. Ah. Oh, swimming. Cino sold himself. I'm taking the night off. A black commissioner? Maybe someday. I think that you'll probably see it in the NBA before you see it in the NFL. Yeah, they're killing my Wi-Fi right now. So later for you guys, we'll hit you up later, and then I'll let you know what all this is about.